week, the cinema sisters will be reviewing...
I have the wishing stone! What is your wish?
For this movie to be better.
I know. Wonder Woman 1984.
This movie takes place in 1984, where Wonder Woman is living her life after the loss of her boyfriend, Steve Trevor, who died in World War I. Wonder Woman works at the Smithsonian, and when she's there, she meets Barbara, who also works at the Smithsonian, but Barbara feels like nobody knows her, she's not popular, and so when they find a wishing stone from a robbery, Barbara wishes that she was just like Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman wishes that her boyfriend would come back, and Steve Trevor reappears, and Barbara gets all of Wonder Woman's old powers. And then the gem gets into the possession of Max Lord, who has very selfish reasons for wanting it, and turns himself into the gem. Then Max sets out to grant everyone's wishes, which causes chaos for everyone in the world.
I recommend this movie for ages 10 and up because I really feel like the violence, it had a lot of guns. Although Wonder Woman is such a great role model for young girls around the world, I feel like the violence, the blood, the guns, there were a lot of stuff that I feel like only 10 months could really understand.
I would recommend this movie for ages 11 and up. Not because of the violence, because I think that a lot of kids could probably handle the violence. I think that it was mostly just how the storyline was so complicated, and in a lot of places it didn't make sense. It felt like it was forced together. Like the DC was just trying to get it together, and they knew that they were pressed for time, and so they were just jamming stuff together instead of taking the time to really see how they can make the story make sense for every viewer.
I really feel like the scene wasn't in the 80s. For the first 20 minutes, yes, it was. The mall, all the people around, the bright colors, and even Barbara's outfit, it was really colorful, and it really felt like the 80s world. But then when you turn away, you see the planes, you see all these cool stuff that I'm pretty sure the 80s didn't have.
I agree with Simone. In the first 20 minutes of this movie, you could clearly tell it was the 80s. From the clothes, to the bright colors, to the mall, I thought that it was so well put together, and you could tell that the set designers really took so much time to put in FAO Schwartz, the drinks that people had in the 80s, that was really prominent, and I really liked that. But then, after that, when you get to the Smithsonian, then everything starts going downhill. It goes from the 80s to something that felt like it was happening in the 21st century.
I would rate this movie 3 popcorns because although I loved how Wonder Woman was such a great model for kids to tell the truth, that if you don't tell the truth, the world can just end up in chaos. And Wonder Woman just brought all of this sparks and kindness to the world that I think all viewers can understand and love. But the reason it is not 5 popcorns or even 4 popcorns is the 80s vibe. I didn't like how Barbara becomes a cat. Although I know that Cheetah is Wonder Woman's enemy, I really think that if they had just brought her in the first part as the villain instead of Max Lord, it would have made it a little bit more Wonder Woman-y. And it would have really, really brought the comic book version to life.
Same Jane, girlfriend.
Same Jane, girlfriend. Same Jane, girlfriend. Decline.
For starters, Maxwell Lord was the worst villain I've ever seen.
The worst villain I've ever seen.
He was not devious. Sure, he was sleazy, but he was not devious at all. He had no supervillain powers, and you know what? Even Joker doesn't have supervillain powers, but he still is like a villain.
He's scary.
This Max Lord guy, he was not a villain at all. When I first saw Maxwell Lord, I thought he was going to become Barbara's boyfriend or something. I did not make that connection that he was this villain. And even though he has all these these powers and he got so powerful, that still didn't make him a villain. The whole time, he just wanted to grant people's wishes. The characters of Barbara, Wonder Woman, and Steve Trevor, they were excellent. They all, you could really feel that magic when you watch them when you watch them play their parts, because they did it so well. Other than that, I feel like the fight scene with Cheetah and Wonder Woman was completely forced. It didn't feel natural, like other fight scenes in other movies. That's a wrap for this episode of Cinema Sisters. Tune in next time when we review another movie. And if you'd like to contact us, please visit us at info@cinemasisters.org, where you can test movies for us to review. These movies are rated G, PG, or PG-13. You can also do this on our Facebook page and follow us on Instagram at Cinema Sisters 1123. Please remember to hit the subscribe button if you like this video and give it a thumbs up. We hope you have a lovely week.
This was not even a wishing song. It was an onion.
Ah, I'm tearing up.
Bye-bye.